child, it's day 25 in the Karen Reed trial, and this is what I've learned. There's not one honest cop in this. We started off with Bear's decision to go ahead and let those text messages in, and Hank wasn't mad. He got up and said he needed to turn the fan off because he couldn't hear her. So with that, the defense calls Jonathan Demondis. He is the friend of former trooper Michael Proctor. The defense just basically had Jonathan to authenticate this text thread, and they didn't really ask him too much about the thread and didn't have him to read any of the text messages. But Hank did. Hank got up there and had him to read all of those messages till he came to a point where Jonathan was just like, I am not comfortable reading these words. We had a sidebar. They come back, and Hank reads all of those texts. He even read a message about how John O'Keefe's brother-in-law passed, and that was tacky. John Michael Proctor said in that text thread that Karen had no ass. Those texts were horrible. He said a lot of other things. I won't repeat them all here, but he basically said that she was effed and that they was putting everything on her. Next up, we have Officer Kelly Dever. Let's say it right. Dever. We have AJ on direct, and he starts getting into her career. She is currently a Boston police officer. She is a former Canton police officer, and she was a Canton police officer during the day in question. So on January 28th, she worked overnight until the day of the 29th, and then she like worked a double, okay? Now, when they got the call about a body in the snow, she was sent to work dispatch so that everyone else could go and report to the call. Baby, this witness is so hostile. AJ asked her if she saw anything unusual on the day in question, and her response is, I can't make that statement you want me to make. We have a sidebar. Now, apparently in a federal interview, she stated that she saw Brian Higgins and Chief Berkowitz alone in a Sallyport with Karen Reed's vehicle for a wildly long time. Those were her words. She's now saying it was a false memory. So AJ asked her if the commissioner called her into his office sometime before this trial to tell her to do the right thing. I guess she's doing the right thing now. AJ asked her if she heard of the blue wall of silence. Objection, Your Honor! Sidebar! We come back from that sidebar, and then he asks her if she knows or is familiar or friends with anyone in this trial. And she does. She's friends with Sarah Levinson, who was also at the house the night in question, and is friends with Brian Albert Jr. And also, Officer Dever has been watching clips of the trial. Remember I told y'all it's a sequestration order? If anything good came from this witness, it's that she let it be known that the FBI interviewed her and was involved somehow in this case. And if the jurors were listening, they got that little tidbit that everybody else has been trying to keep out of this trial. We then get Dr. Marie Russell on the stand, and we have Alessi on direct. Dr. Russell is the dog bite expert, and she testified that there is a difference between a canine dog bite and a civilian dog bite. Canine dogs are taught to bite and hold, so there's more ripping, deeper ripping and tearing of the skin and flesh with canine dogs. Dr. Russell have a lot of degrees and accolades, but what I didn't know and I learned in this trial is that she was a former Massachusetts cop. She said that her conclusion and her finding is that